You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
3 signals for founders this week: a robotics startup's path to KOSDAQ IPO, Korea's foreign founder infrastructure moving beyond Seoul, and a pointed argument about why regulatory speed is the real competitive moat in 2026. It's Monday, June 1st. Let's look at what this means for startups and entrepreneurs in Korea. Start with BigWave Robotics, because the structure of this deal matters more than the number. The company cleared KOSDAQ pre-screening in April on the business model exception track, Korea's fast path to listing that bypasses traditional profitability thresholds. It took roughly 1 year from application to approval. The business is a 2-layer platform. Marisol aggregates over 40 robot models so industrial buyers can compare and procure in under a month, versus the 6 months to 2 years the process normally takes. Solink is the orchestration layer on top. It integrates robots from multiple manufacturers into one control system. Once a company deploys Solink across one production line, it becomes the default for every automation decision after that. Repurchase rate is 55%. Revenue in 2025, 20.7 billion won, roughly $14.5 million, with first-ever operating profit. The 5-year target is revenue 5 times current and operating profit 29 times. The 44 billion won IPO raise, about $31 million, goes to U.S. market entry and humanoid robot integration. The CEO's read on the U.S. reshoring under the current administration is driving a surge in domestic manufacturing starts. The playbook for founders here: build the discovery and comparison layer first for data, then sell the integration layer on top for recurring revenue and lock-in. On the foreign founder side, Korea's Ministry of SMEs and Startups is opening a second global startup center outside Seoul in the second half of this year. Foreign founders on tech startup visas have tripled since 2021, hitting 594 as of April. Target cities are those with major science institutes: Daejeon, Daegu, Gwangju, Ulsan. The honest read: administrative friction is still real. The Startup Korea Special Visa runs through a 2-stage approval process across 2 ministries, and company registration, foreign investment declaration, and residency filings still run in parallel. Japan's Startup Visa, by contrast, gives foreign founders 2 years of preparation time before formal requirements apply. Korea hasn't matched that yet, but the direction is right, and the infrastructure now exists. The bigger frame comes from a Seoul Economic Daily column this week that is worth sitting with. The argument: China's competitive edge is not technology quality. It is the willingness to deploy half-finished technology at scale, while the regulatory environment is cleared in advance. Unmanned pharmacies were legalized in China in December 2025. Korea passed telemedicine legislation around the same time, a decade behind, and still prohibits medication delivery by courier. CATL backed LFP battery chemistry when Korean manufacturers passed on it. CATL now holds 42% of the global battery market, and last month demonstrated 6-minute charging for a 1,500-kilometer range. Huawei is developing a chip-making approach that sidesteps U.S. equipment export controls using 3-dimensional signal routing, what they call logic folding, with genuine potential in AI-era packaging. The conclusion is not that Korea should replicate China's model. It is that regulatory lag, policy discontinuity across administrations, and technology supply chain dependence are real structural vulnerabilities, and the window to address them is narrowing. For founders building in Korea right now, The political economy is pushing for faster deployment. That is a favorable environment if you can move faster than incumbents. What to watch? BigWave Robotics KOSDAQ prospectus is coming. The U.S. expansion timeline is the key disclosure. The regional GSC location announcement will signal which ecosystem gets the foreign founder infrastructure first, and POSCO DX and NCAI just signed an agreement to co-develop a robot foundation model for high-risk industrial environments. The physical AI stack is forming. That's today's AI Prism Founders. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a 1IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.